Today I'm outing myself. It feels a bit daunting. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to do it anyway. You see, when we are not living congruently with what our soul is longing to express, then we get feedback that shows us that we're not on the right track. And I've been having that feedback for the last couple months and been choosing to ignore it. So that's why today is the day that I've decided I'm not going to ignore it any longer. What the hell am I actually going on about? Well, when I pivoted my business from being a full-time homeopath to working online as a coach, I wasn't really sure what my niche was going to be. And so I did a marketing program so that I could learn how to market myself. And I did that. And the first client I got was someone who had been a patient of mine. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Loretta Ferrucci. I was a homeopath in private practice for almost 27 years. Distracted by my dog. And the first person that I signed up as a client when I started working online as a health and wellness coach was an ex-patient of mine, and she had a health problem. And it was obvious, right, that I could help her with her health problem, and so that's what I did. The second client that I signed on didn't actually have a health problem. She had more of a sort of a life coaching kind of problem. And so I signed her on. And I was really excited because these were the first two clients that I had gotten online. And then as I was working with this particular marketing coach, it became obvious that in order to scale my business, I was going to have to do some sort of group coaching program. And I was like, well, what am I going to do as a group coaching program? And I thought, well, you know what? What tools and techniques would I love? What would I love my ideal client to know that would actually make our work together more effective? And so I came up with this program called Thrive. And Thrive essentially was like the toolbox that I thought you needed to make coaching really effective in any area of life. And so Thrive was a really general program. You know, do you want to go from surviving to thriving? And I had a couple of people on there and I did it more than once and it was amazing. And then I was like, okay, well, this is not really what I want to do. And then I revived a program of mine called Whole Body Reset. And this program was designed for people who were essentially either overweight or underweight or just generally unhappy with their bodies, hated their bodies and wanted to change their bodies, but were tired of that diet treadmill, that yo-yo dieting, that punishing themselves into some sort of body shape. And so effectively it started off as, how can you lose weight without doing the conventional diet thing? But, you know, it didn't work that well. It worked, but the result that I got was not people who lost masses of weight. And I mean, I didn't lose masses of weight either. And then I thought, well, I can't really sell this way. And then I realized actually what Whole Body Reset was about it was about accepting our bodies and loving our bodies as they are and being comfortable in the body you're in and then changing it if you want to, but having to be comfortable with it first before you can actually change the appearance of it. And asking yourself why? Why do you want to change it? What is it? What is the underlying reason behind being dissatisfied with your body? If it wasn't actually in a state that was causing you pain or discomfort physically, it wasn't causing signs and symptoms. And I loved doing Whole Body Reset, but something just was off. And anyway, Whole Body Reset then morphed over a period of 1 or 2 or 3 years. And I'm finally at a place where Whole Body Reset is exactly in the form that I would love it to be. And it truly is designed for people who want to learn how to love and accept their bodies better, who want to reset their bodies, who want to reset their physical health, their mental health, their emotional health, and want to know what tools they can use to do it in a nurturing way that isn't restrictive, that isn't like there's only one way and you've got to follow this diet and you've got to do this exercise thing and you've got to drink this much water. And it's not like that, right? And so it's an intuitive way for you to actually nurture yourself optimally to health. But the truth is, I designed Your Ideal Body around weight because I wanted to get away from disease. That's what I thought. I thought I want to get away from disease. I don't want to work with sick people any longer. And the truth is, I love working with people who are ill. I love working with people who've got chronic disease labels. I love helping them find out what the meaning is behind their signs and symptoms. I love helping people find out what it is that they've been suppressing or repressing for years that is contributing to their physical signs and symptoms. I love helping people reclaim the lost parts of themselves that the disease is waking them up to. That's actually what I love doing. But the reason why I kept it under wraps, and I didn't completely keep it under wraps, but I wasn't quite as open about it as what I would have loved to be, was because I was like, yes, but now what about people with relationship problems? I can help those. And what about people who just actually want direction in their life and are looking for purpose? Well, I can help those. And yes, of course, because tools are universal. But the truth is, my soul is longing to work with people who are ill, who've got chronic disease labels, and who want to shift from illness and suppression to healing and thriving. And I have been restricting myself from actually going all out in that niche because I've been scared, because there's a part of me that thinks, well, who am I to say to people that I can help them heal? What if they don't get better? What if they only get partially better? What if I restrict myself to such an extent that I don't actually get clients? Well, I'm done with that now, because the truth is, one of the primary choices that my soul is longing to express in this lifetime is to ignite vibrant health in people by awakening them to holistic healing. And holistic healing to me includes what it is that they eat, how it is that they connect to their intuition, how they connect to their limitless spirit, what they're focusing on, how they create healing for themselves, how they get to reconnect to themselves, how they get to remother themselves and remother their wounded inner child, what supplements they potentially may have to take that are going to help them that way, what remedies they may need that's going to help them that way, and what energetically do they need to support themselves. How can they get in touch with feeling their feelings fully? How can we connect to what it is that our bodies are trying to tell us? And in doing that, integrate all the parts of ourselves. And in doing that, create beautiful, vibrant health. And actually, that's what my soul is longing to express. So that is where my marketing is going to be more slanted from now on. I am outing myself and saying, you know what I would really love is to work with two kinds of people. One, the kinds of people who don't necessarily have disease labels, but who want to actually learn how to nurture themselves to optimal health so that they can live lives of purpose and meaning. Those people who don't love their bodies and want to connect to their bodies so that they can have a deeply connected relationship with themselves and their physical bodies, so that they can have optimal mental, physical, and emotional health. That's the one. So they don't have to be sick for that, but they can be. And then I want to work with people who've got chronic disease labels that they want to shift into healing. And that is what I would love to do. That is what my soul would long to express. So if you have a relationship problem, I may well be able to help you. If you've got other problems, I may well be able to help you, but I may choose not to, because I'm going to focus on helping people to heal. So if you have a chronic disease condition, if you are interested in facilitating true healing, whether you decide to use a combination of allopathic and complementary medicine, whether you want to take your medication, whether you want to have the operation, but you also actually want to find the meaning in your disease, when you want to integrate your disowned parts so that you can have true healing, then I would love to be your guide. So if you are that person, or if you know of anyone who is that person, I would love for you to share this video with them. You can reach out to me, you can send me a direct message, we can have a chat. And if what I've got to offer is what you would like to use, then we can set up a free call. We can discuss where you are, we can help you get some clarity. And if we're a good fit for one another, I would love to be your guide.